This is Tee It Up. Tee It Up, Brooke. This episode of Tee It Up is brought to you by Pro Skate Corner, located in Toronto, Ontario. Friendly reminder to all our listeners in the greater Toronto area, head over to Pro Skate Corner for all your skate and equipment needs. Close friend of the show, Jeff Potter will take care of you. Geez, sorry, it's been a minute. We've taken a little break, Brooke, and I'm getting my words all tangled. So welcome back. What's going on? How you doing, Brooke?
No free ads, Lindsay. We got to get these ad reads down, but we got it. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a minute, like you said. But, oh my gosh, it has been a couple weeks since we've chatted. But Lindsay and I were just talking before the show, and that it has been insane at work. Like, it has been so busy, which is like we thought maybe because of the end of the quarter and stuff like that. Because I just had my 1-year anniversary at my company 2 weeks ago. Ooh. And Lindsay will talk about her little promotion in a second. But yeah, it's just been crazy. Like, everything has been so busy. The weeks have flown by. Like, I thought February flew by, obviously because it's a shorter month. But now we're almost in the last week of March, and I'm like, where did the time go? So it's crazy. But Lindsay, tell us about you outside of Tee It Up.
Yeah, well, I apologize to all our listeners why we had to. It's been a couple weeks. I just got promoted at work, so I'm now a permanent employee and have benefits and on salary and all that good stuff. So I'm officially an adult, I think, like off my parents' benefits and everything. So pretty wild. But I'm now an associate producer at Critical Mass, a digital marketing agency based out of, well, my office is based out of Toronto, but they're all over the place. And yeah, I'm working right now with people in Chicago. They're on my team and stuff. It's crazy what we can do in the digital world, like how we have like teams all over the country, really. So, I have someone in the UK on one of my teams working on projects. It's pretty cool. But I've been stupid busy. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm a rookie at work, and so it's been tough. I'm trying to find my way, trying to figure it out. And it's also been really busy. Like Brooke said, like it's something about like it being the end of the first quarter. I think like you're in the public relations world, basically similar kind of idea in the marketing world, it all kind of aligns in that sense. So it's pretty wild, but I'm pumped. So I'm pumped to actually, be a full-time permanent employee.
Yeah, we're working ladies. We're working ladies here, Lindsay. We're working our way up.
Couple of young professionals.
Yep, I know. Lindsay, you are an adult now. You bought your first car. Now you're full salary, benefits, all that good stuff. So it's like, things are looking up for Tee It Up,
Well,
like...
and I took a risk buying that car. My contract was coming up in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to buy a car. I might not have an income in 3 weeks, but we're going to give it a shot. So
we're just going to send it.
It's all about taking risks and negotiating. Yep. And that's exactly what you do. You always got to negotiate. Yep. Go after what you want and chase that. So yep. I definitely, I negotiated a little bit with my contract, and I'm going to carry that over into season 7 when it comes into negotiation season for hockey contracts.
Like, that's a skill that we need to take going into season 7. Like, we play obviously because we love the game, but we do get paid, which is a great benefit. But obviously, like, we're professionals now. Like, we can work our way and squeeze some more money out of these GMs and stuff. So I like where your head's at, Lindsay. I'm all for it.
Well, and Brooke, I think another thing, not to, I just want to go down this path a little bit, but like as women, I think that we just, we settle for what they give, like, oh, that's what we think we deserve. But I think we always got to be pushing that ceiling up, and asking for more and getting what we deserve. And that's what we're doing really with hockey this year, like just pushing to get more sponsorships and all that good stuff. So we got to keep pushing for what we believe in and what we deserve.
Hell yeah, Lindsay, preach it. We love that. But speaking of strong female presence, we are going to have 2 of our roommates on from Syracuse today. So 401 Small Road coming in hot. We have Maddie Welch and Allie Monroe. Both were in our class at Syracuse. We're very excited to have them. Maddie comes from a family of 4, and Allie Monroe comes from a family of 3 up in Canada, but she's playing in Sweden right now, so she's a little bit ahead of time. But we're very excited to have them both. So welcome, ladies. It's good to see you both.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Holy smokes.
Nice to see you.
Block
say?
AV versus Block CD right here. Holy.
Yep.
Like good old times.
Yeah, Allie, it's the best month of the year, though. This is March.
I know. Bleed orange. I've been telling people in Sweden, anyone that will listen, that uses a wagon. They don't get it, but I still say it.
Yep, it's true. So for people that are listening, Allie Monroe is a diehard Orange fan. We all went Syracuse. We're all diehard Orange fans, but Allie just bleeds different. Like, she is something else. So the year before I got there, Syracuse made it to the Final Four and obviously had a time. And that was like the first impression that I had of Allie when I first got Syracuse. I was like, oh, Final Four. Yeah, I've heard of it. Like, and now I know who Allie Monroe is. Like, great. So, but now Syracuse is still in March Madness. They beat San Diego State, I believe, which is awesome. They play tonight against West Virginia. Go Cuse. But yeah, so you two, tell us about just like an overview of your time at Syracuse, obviously with March Madness, but with hockey and everything. Like, let's air it out a little bit.
All right. Ellie, you want to take it?
Don't be shy.
All right. Well, unreal time at Cuse. 4 years. Honestly, the best 4 years of my life, easily. But start off Madness. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't, and that was the beauty of it. We had a good time with the whole team. Would always be there watching the games, and like just the bagels were orange. Everything was orange. It's just like you're going to class. People don't even care what the teachers don't care, professors don't care. We're just watching the game if it's on, and I think that's cool. It's like so much pride. Obviously the highlight was winning CHAs in our 4th year there, but the whole, I have so many memories with all you 3 goons too. And you guys made it the most special for sure.
Yeah, Maddie.
You can't sum it up, really.
Yeah, you can't. I think the people was the biggest thing for me. Literally people surrounding Syracuse. It was like, if you were in Syracuse, you bled orange. And it was like, for me, our team, all 4 years, it was such a unique bond that I feel like not a lot of teams have. And I think the cherry on top was, our senior year going out as, the first team in history to win the CHAs. So
Louder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was unique. Syracuse is a really unique, fun, cool school.
Yeah, guys, I'm like tearing up thinking about it. We had so much fun. Holy smokes. And literally, like, it's hard to wear orange now. Like, no one else like gets it. Like, but in Syracuse, you can walk around like head to toe in orange and no one will even bat an eye. But holy, I think the best times had to be like March Madness, say, like going to Lucy's and, parking, getting a spot, parking up for the day and watching some basketball. And then Syracuse would usually disappoint us and we'd, drink away our sorrows a little bit.
That was my favorite.
Win or lose, we knew we were going to have a fun time.
Yep.
I remember it was like, what was it? Our junior year, we were like, oh, Cuse was making it pretty far. And we're like, you know what? Like, we just had lost CHAs. We're like, let's just go watch the game somewhere. And I remember we had postseason the next day. I don't know if I'm allowed to even say this.
First day.
Spill it.
We're like, there's no way like they're gonna run us into the ground. Like, we haven't ran in so long. And I remember sure enough that morning, I was puking from I remember that was like one of and they made it pretty far our junior year, wasn't it? Or was it?
They made it to Sweet 16, I think. So they made it a couple, more games than normal.
Yeah.
More than most people expect Syracuse would have made it.
Right. So
yeah.
Tournament team.
Right, Lindsay?
I swear they knew though, like every time we drank, or like if the one time we drank or went out before a workout, like it was the hardest workout of the year. It's like Parker would just walk in and just like, you'd be like, yep.
Oh my God.
We're gonna kill him today.
Oh my God. That reminds me of your birthday, Allie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Like,
We're
Dude,
at that
I
random
can never forget
restaurant.
it.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
Country bar in the
They
mall.
closed the next year.
We shut it down.
Yeah. We went out with a bang with that one. Yeah.
I
Alex
shut
Hero
that place down.
on her. Was your 21st, right? Or no? Were you
No, 20th.
20th? And we went to the
It
country
was
bar.
at 5 a.m. though.
Yeah, and we had freaking workout the next day. And that was one of the worst workouts, I think, like carrying people on our backs and stuff. And I remember so clearly because that was the day, you guys, that I cried because
Oh, yeah.
my engine blew out in my car. Do you guys remember this? Like Ronnie and I
Yeah.
were together,
Yeah.
and we had woken up late for workout, and that was a 6 a.m. workout the next day. And I woke up late, started the car, like started to drive, and then boom, like the engine in my car literally blew up, and I'm like, oh my god, Parker's gonna kill us! Like it was so bad, but makes for a good story now, obviously.
Yeah, that was quite the workout.
That spring was nuts.
Oh,
That was the hardest. Like every workout, there was no days off. Like every workout was just like ridiculously hard. And now like I remember the following spring, like you guys were done there. So you didn't have to participate, but like people would be like, complaining about workouts. I'm like, you guys don't even know. Last year, that year before was sickening.
I puked every workout.
yeah,
It was messed up.
yeah. The plate slides and like the plates above your head walking 45-pound plates. I'm like, oh my god, I'm quitting. I need to quit. Like I can't.
It was the laps for me, the timed laps.
Do you remember the one
Yeah.
like whoever drops it was the
bar.
and we're like people dropped it. It was like 15 times. We're like, there's no way we're running 15 laps. People have class. And he's like, get on the line.
Or when we went to the water tower and got ridiculously murdered and did the stairs, and then we get back, everyone starts grabbing their bags to leave. And he's like, where are you going? We're gonna squat now.
Back
So
squat.
Alio
Yeah, she
chipped your tooth.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Some of the workouts, I just like look back and I'm like, what? Like you can't even explain it to other people. Like
No.
piggybacking people around the field, carrying plates over your head. Like half the time I was like, I just want to drop this thing.
Yeah.
And just
Like
go to the
wheelbarrowing.
trainer so I can get out of this.
Literally wheelbarrowing up
People
the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, thought I was gonna lose as I
Matt, I
smashed
think
my
we
teeth.
were partners for that. And I was
Yeah, we
like,
definitely
oh
were.
my god, this is awful.
I honestly
Talk about team bond.
Yeah.
at one point I was like, what if I just smash my face? Like, would this stop the wheelbarrowing? Like, would this prevent us from ever having to do it again? Like,
I like wanted to break my nose so bad. Like,
bad that I was thinking about that.
prove
Like,
a point.
Yeah, it was so bad. Well, speaking of that though, that's a good segue into like talking about what's been going on in the NCAA right now. Like it's insane. This and like we talk about March Madness, we love watching March Madness, but the men's and the women's, there's a huge divide. And this reminds me of that conversation because it's like I know that Together Twitter whatever was like retweet this if you need more than a 30-pound dumbbell, and I'm like, I don't think we were allowed to touch anything less than like 35 in those workouts. Which is insane. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, like, and what you think about all of this stuff going on with that, because obviously it's very evident and it's disappointing, to be honest with you, because it's not just the NCAA, it's everywhere. So, can you kind of like talk about what you think of the difference in the tournament, but also like where you want to see, like, what would you suggest to see happen in the next couple of days from the league?
I think it's definitely disappointing to see for sure. I mean, you work so hard to get to the NCAAs, right? And then, to see that there's such a difference between the way the men and the women were treated, and especially with society today, sports are becoming, everyone wants to be more equal. And I can think that's on both sides, men and women. They'd love to see it be more equal. So I think it was definitely tough to see. Obviously, as someone who that NCAA is like the biggest goal to get there. It was hard, but obviously, I think it was good that it was shown and that NCAA, they were able to, at least make improvements. I know I saw they did like a new or put a weight room together, which should have been what it was from the start. So, I mean, but in some way they were able to make it more equal, I guess. But it was hard to see for sure.
Yeah, they really brought the attention to it, which was
Yeah.
it was nice to see other companies step up. But
Yeah.
another thing is like, okay, like so we talk about professional hockey, women's hockey. We're not in a very good place right now for like making a livable wage off of hockey, but that's because it's a business. NCAA, it has Title IX, and that it should be, it means equal opportunity for both, and that is not what we saw at all there, which is it's tough, like you said, Matt. It's tough to see, but pretty cool to see like Dick's Sporting Goods step up. Orange Theory, I go to Orange Theory, so props to them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, too, like, the NCAA has money. Like, they can support the weight room, but that's not even the fact of it all. It's like what Maddie said. It just should be equal. There's no question about it. I just couldn't believe it, honestly. I guess I'm not surprised, but just so disappointed. And the way they handled it after, it's like they kind of made excuses for it. I didn't really like that. Like, they didn't have enough space when they were just like, there's so much space. I just wish they would have owned it and kind of were honest with it. I didn't like how they just they were just kind of trying to get away with it. And they should have just apologized and promised to do better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I was really disappointed in their response because I'm like,
yeah,
like you're trying to get your way out of it, and it's like they said it wasn't about the money, it was about the space, but it's like, but there's so much space, and not even, but that has nothing to do with it, with the food, like the food issue. You know what I mean? Like the men have these massive buffets, and it's like really like the swag bags, like
oh, I forgot. Yeah,
like looking at that, I was like, are we joking? Like, what? But
I know also, sorry, Brooke. I know also like at Syracuse, like, we only have a women's hockey team. So, at times I'm like, I wish we had a men's team, but then we'd probably see those discrepancies and like see those unequal opportunities. At least like we're the main show at Syracuse for hockey. So, which is nice. But then the club team puts their banner right in the worst place in the frickin' arena. But anyways, that's another topic. But no, that's like kind of the nice thing about only having a women's team is like we get to run the show for at least women's hockey, and Q's is slowly becoming a hockey school. But
slowly.
Allie's playing. So Allie Monroe is playing professional hockey over in Sweden right now, and her season just wrapped up. So you're a few hours ahead of us, still over there. Tell us a little bit about like what it's like to play hockey over there and like how you're treated there.
It's great, honestly. I think like every organization differs, but the way ours does it, I think they treat us really well. But like, it's still the same thing over here. I mean, we just got like a locker room, like a permanent locker room, and like they call it J18, J20s. They had a locker room before. And it's the highest team, and all these like 17-year-olds running around. They get a locker room. Like, we had to put our gear last year like in a crate, like sometimes like little in like a little box. Yeah, so it's like things like that. But obviously, our organization, they were doing what they could. Like, it's more up to other people and stuff, but it's like the same stuff, like same problems over here everywhere. But I mean, I had a great 2 years here. Like, I'm so happy I came and got to explore, and like, it's been great in that way.
Do you want to spill the tea and let us know if you're going back next year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still deciding. I'm drinking tea, but I don't know. I have no tea to spill. I have a couple meetings and stuff.
You do know that if you had tea,
if I knew,
so that's fair.
Yeah, if I had the tea, you guys would be the first to know.
As we should. But so I guess speaking of good stuff with the NCAA though, Syracuse first CHA champions, ladies. We were all part of that. We need to hear the tea on that season and then winning, because obviously most recently Wisconsin won. So the championship was last night. Wisconsin won like on a crazy goal from Daryl Watts, of course, behind the net, which is great. But we had a great time in NCAAs. Like, we only made it to the first round. We did lose to Wisco, but it was still fun. So I just remember like that season, you guys, we went on a 10-game losing streak.
God, it was horrible.
Like 10 straight games of losing. we ended up getting together and we won the CHAs. And I remember that year too, it was on my birthday weekend. We were in Wisconsin and we got cranked. It was 9-1 and 6-1. And that was the year that our coach told us that he would trade us. And I was like, this is the worst birthday ever. Like ever, ever, ever. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
The worst trip.
All too well, actually. Nightmares. You know, my dad taped one of the Annie Pink Gold was on the top 10, and my dad taped it for me to watch on ESPN. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "Delete that. I will never watch that. I will never watch the Wisco game again."
I know. I don't think I
I
ever.
remember I was like -7. I swear that one year.
I
And
was literally
like
looking at
literally
the bench.
5 minutes left. I was like, this is so selfish, but I need like I like, can I bench myself? Like,
I
is that allowed?
yeah,
But then I
Paul,
just felt bad.
get me off, Paul. Help me, please. I can't even help myself. I look
Yeah.
horrible.
I had like a 4-minute shift at one point because we just like couldn't get out. I was just going in circles in our own zone. It was miserable.
I remember Paul was like, "Maddie, freeze the puck when you kind of like." I literally can't right now. I was like, when they're shooting, they rip. I mean, Wisco's such a good team. Even watching last night, like every shot, they rip it. Like it's no joke. Not to say other, but like every shot's a hard shot to the net. So every time they shot, I'm like, holy, like it's coming in hard.
Even if you like look at, they're so deep, like every line, it's just ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
But like honestly, I was impressed. I watched the Northeastern versus Duluth game, and I don't know, it was I wanted Northeastern to win just because I wanted the underdog, but I don't know. It was nice to watch college hockey again. I didn't get to watch much this year, time change and all, but
Yeah,
Well, we did well the second time we went to Wisco for Final 8.
we did.
We had no expectations, you know, we just went, we were the underdogs, went and had fun. Coming off, so we're on a high after the CHA win. We're just like, let's just go give it to them. And I think we had the best game, didn't we? We played better against them than Clarkson played against them. So
Yeah.
yeah, that whole year though was just like crazy. If you would have asked us, like, well, I mean, Paul like legit kicked us off the ice that one time. Like, there's just so many memories where we're just like, wow, this team. You know, the coaches are like, this team is just, I don't even know what to do. Then we pulled it out. It was unreal. Like the way we just did it was just crazy. 3 games in a row, same outfit every day.
Ew.
Yeah, I remember like after
For
we
same
won.
outfit for a week.
Oh,
Yep, exactly. But after we won CHAs, we got to sit in our locker room and do the selection show, which was so fun. And I remember so clearly our name. We knew, like we knew that we were going to Wisco. Like everyone in the world knew, but we had to see it officially. And it was like Wisco's record was like 30-1. And then I think our record, you guys, was like 10-23. Like it was so far under 500. And everyone's like, how the hell is this team? And I'm like, hey, don't count us out though. Don't count us out.
Should have asked somebody.
Should have asked somebody. Oh my God. But yeah, that was so fun. Like just that whole thing. Oh my God. Also, when we played at Wisco, that was the year that the kids got benched for the first period. Do you guys remember that?
oh my God.
Oh, do I ever?
1 minute late to curfew. We had what? It was like 6 or 7 girls. Emma and I were just talking about this the other day. 1 minute late to curfew against Wisconsin. They got benched. We ran 2 lines against the best team in the country.
I remember though, like pulling up to the game and they're like, these players are gonna sit. And like I think the game before it was like 6-1. Shots were like 53-10. And everyone's like, why? Let's make an example another time. Like, why?
Any other time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I remember going to Paul and I was like, Paul, like, I should be on the list. Like, they're coming from my room. I was like, yeah, they came from my room. He's like, no, you were in your room. I don't know that. Like, just bench the whole team. Like, can we just go home?
Then we, in the airport after that weekend, we all kind of like had like a come to Jesus moment with each other. Like we're just like, all right, what are we gonna do? And honestly, that team, that year we were so close. Like I don't think I've ever been a part of a closer team. Like everyone got along so well. Like we just had so much fun with each other. Like we loved each other so much. And I think honestly that's like why we did it for each other.
Yeah.
And it like it's crazy. We pulled it out of our freaking butts. So not mad about it.
Unreal. I remember it was like 5-1 going into the third period, I think. And I was just like, oh my God. Like if we give up this lead, then I'm just I don't know, I'd be like quit hockey, I think, after that. But it was surreal. And then counting, I remember the clock counting down. I was just like, Brooke, I also remember you being at the bottom of the doggy pile and
oh my God. That was horrifying.
I was like, oh my God, Brooke's like dying. I was like, everyone get off.
Yeah.
I still think about that sometimes. It gives me like nightmares.
Yeah. Dude, it was so exciting because we were on the ice and like, I remember, and it came up on my story like from 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever. And like, I remember we were on the ice, threw up our gloves and all that stuff, did the doggy pile. And I'm like, okay, I will always feel bad for whoever's at the bottom, knowing what that feels like. I could not breathe, you guys. I had like 2,000 pounds worth of people on top of me. I'm like, get the frig off me.
That was horrifying. I was down there with you, Brooke. But
like I was
you hurt her too. You hit her too, Lynn? Like,
yes, I was like right beside Brooke. Like, honestly, you're just lucky it's not me on top of you.
It was so great when we won, and like, but then I just felt like more weight, like crushing my chest, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. If I die today and die as a CHA champ, it's fine. But like,
oh man, we had so many good times. So guys, what's your favorite all-time favorite memory at Q's?
All-time favorite.
Hard question.
Too many, right?
Yeah. All-time favorite. Okay, well, other than winning, CHAs, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think like everything about it was we had so many fun times. Even when we would go for drives. Peter, our cat, Peter.
Peter. Oh my God, we need to talk about Peter.
Can't forget about Peter.
I don't know. I think we had so many good times. It's so hard to pick one.
Buddy, do the Peter voice one time, please.
Brooke. Brooke, get in here.
I can't. I literally like, oh my God. Allie, we need an update on Peter.
Peter, we got home and he was like a bully. He was a bully to other cats.
Big
just
boy.
An absolute savage. And my parents were just like, they're just like, Allie, like we can't do it. And then our plumber came over last day and just was like, oh, his wife actually just sitting in the living room, typical Yarmouth stuff, and just like loved Peter. Just, like, have him, take him. And like I've got a couple updates. He hasn't gotten any smaller, not even in the slightest. He's a big boy, but I think he's happy. He misses you though, Brooke.
I'm sure he does. He does pop up now, like on my memories, but it's like 3 years ago, and I'm like, oh my God, like it's been that long. But he actually came up at a conversation that we had at Christmas with my sister and her boyfriend, because when I had to bring the cat home for Christmas, I couldn't bring him to like our house because my mom is like very allergic, but my dad had a spec house he was working on. And so I brought the cat there and he stayed there for a week. Like, so I have to go over every morning and like change all of his, it was so gross. And my dad hates cats. And I could tell that he had a soft spot for Peter. So
well, for our listeners, everyone, Peter was our cat that we got our junior year. We moved into this new apartment that allowed animals, so we're like, we need one, and it was probably not a good decision. So like literally the first weekend, Brooke's not even there yet. Maddie, Allie, and I go into the pet store, and we're just looking around like whatever, and then we see this massive cat. And his name is Peter, for one. Two, it said he's a plus size model. So Maddie and I look at each other and we're like, yeah, he's ours. He's going to fit in way too well with us. And the rest is history. I hated him so much. He went missing. He got out one day.
For 4 days.
Brooke left her window open.
And
she forgot her key.
The fact that we thought that was like a good idea, it just kills me. The fact that we just like, yeah, all right, like let's just commit on this cat. Had no plans at Christmas, no plans of like after. Just like so set on this massive cat. And I don't know, it gave us some good memories.
He did. He did.
It made my plumber happy.
At least he's with the plumber now, so that's good. We like that.
A loving home.
Gave Brooke someone to cuddle with at night.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, well, Maddie also had other pets in college. Remember Bad and Bougie?
Bad and Bougie, my hermit crabs.
Yeah. The hermit crab.
Don't
in
talk
peace.
about them. Yeah, may they rest in peace, by the way. Shout out to Logan Hicks.
Rest in peace.
Those things were creepy.
Nice.
Terrifying.
Nice, Maddie.
Oh man. So guys, what's your biggest takeaway from university? You know, is there anything like that you miss the most or that you think about often?
The memories with you guys, honestly, memories with all 4 years, the teams, the people. That's like the biggest takeaway for sure. Nothing to do with school or even like winning or losing games. Obviously, winning CHA was awesome, but like the memories made with all you guys is just, I think about it all the time. Like, I'm sitting there like laughing in bed, just like looking at like Snapchats, just like thinking about dumb things we did, or just like being in the living room, thinking you're trying to do homework, and you know if Maddie's out there, you're not gonna get homework done ever. Just like little things like that. Just the relationships are so important.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that totally. I mean, they always say like no one's gonna remember how many goals, how many assists, how many games you won. It's always, you know, the relationships and the friendships and the teammates you had along the way. So not to be all like, and the memories. Honestly, it's the one thing like still keeping me alive is looking at all our Snapchats and all our videos that we send to each other.
Oh,
Yeah. I have to echo that, guys, because I know like after freshman year, I almost didn't come back to Q's, and like not to get all soft, but like you guys are the reason I came back.
I still remember that like it was yesterday.
Literally.
Crazy
Like,
time.
yeah, I do miss that. Just how, like you said, Maddie, we had such a close team. Like, and I feel every time my friends or any of our friends came to visit, I remember they were like, we need to transfer here. Like, we're coming to Syracuse. And I'm like, you guys, it's not a joke. Like, we have everything. Like, we have the best team, our campus, like everything. It was just so fun. And that I definitely miss because we spent so much time together. And obviously, like, it was just such a blast. And randomly enough, we had terrible weather in the fall and the winter, but come springtime, it was sunny when it needed to be sunny. So
Yeah.
You're right.
yeah, I miss the field.
It's also crazy too, like the roommate situation. Like obviously being the same roommates for 4 years and adding Brooke. Like I think that was just like that's unreal. Like you don't really hear of that very often. Like all of us getting along so well, all the memories, prank wars, all that stuff.
Block AB though.
Yep.
We don't like block AB. CD is where it's at. CD,
Yeah, baby.
So
Good side of the house.
We don't even need to start this right now.
Oh man, well it's pretty crazy. Like so, Allie, I haven't seen you in 2 years, which is sickening because living with each other for 4 years, not seeing you for 2 years. Maddie, it's been a good year now, and Brooke, I saw you for a couple weeks ago, but like from a distance, like didn't even get to like hang out or anything, you know. So it's not right, and this reunion is gonna be unbelievable. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be
next reunion. You guys, we probably won't even remember it, but that's the point. So
I'll probably cry. I think I'm gonna be a softie when I'll see you guys. I'm gonna shed a tear.
Probably.
I'm gonna do it. I know.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Me too. Well, you guys, this is
though. That's the thing.
We did a lot of crying that spring when we were all graduating. That was so much fun, but so sad. But you guys, this has been fun going back down memory lane, just shooting the shit with you guys. Always a pleasure. And thanks so much for joining us today. We'll have to come back on and reminisce a little more. But until that big reunion, thanks so much, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Miss you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us. So fun. I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you guys.
Talk soon, queens.
Bye, queens.
Bye.